there is a big shift in the collective, and as it becomes more and more apparent, people start to notice just how big the differences are as they move from the third dimension to the fifth dimension. This time of transcendence is a time that can be quite taxing on the body and on the whole system, the mind, but it is a wonderful time also. So in the video we're going to look at things that only people shifting to the fifth dimension experience. While I'm saying that, please remember, everyone is on their own journey. It is not a race. This is not a comparison. This is also not labels that I want you to put on yourself or other people. If anything, I want to remind you of the words of Rumi. Out beyond ideas of wrongdoing and right-doing, there is a field. I'll meet you there, where the soul lies down in the grass. The world is too full to talk about ideas, language, even the phrase each other doesn't make any sense. This is the place where we will find each other. I did make a video about this poem. You can check it out if it's of interest to you. As we ascend to higher levels of awareness, remember it is deeply personal and it is a subjective experience. So the exact sensations and perceptions will vary. There are 10 things that we are going to look at. I will keep it short and concise. The first thing that people talk about as they ascend to higher levels of awareness is the sense of expanded consciousness and heightened perception that they feel. Will feel more connected to everything around you, and you'll have that sense of unity with others. Along with this, you might experience a deeper understanding of existence. So not only do we have this feeling of an expansion of our consciousness, but we also experience altered states of consciousness. Some people have the feelings of euphoria, timelessness, or transcendence. These states can be accompanied by the change in perception, how we perceive the things around us, changes in our cognition, our understanding of things, and our sensory experiences. Usually our senses are heightened. So in the third place, and I'm sure many of you have experienced this, is an increase in sensitivity. As we become more aware, we become more sensitive to energies, emotions, vibrations, and this sensitivity makes us more aware of our own internal state and also the energies that are present in our environment. That is why we often then feel that we need solitude. We withdraw from social activities. It's all normal. Just flow with this process. So in the fourth place, these higher levels of awareness are often associated then with increased intuition and insight. You might find yourself more attuned to your inner wisdom, and you will be able to access deeper layers of knowledge and understanding beyond the rational mind. I promised you in last week's video that I will talk about how to distinguish between your intuition and rational thought. For you to be able to distinguish between the two, it is needed that you become aware of the subtle differences, how intuition on the one side and your rational thought manifest in your consciousness. So intuition often arises from a sudden instinctual knowing. It's spontaneous. There's no conscious reasoning or logical deduction. Pros and cons and those things. It's more like something that is from your inner being. It's a quiet nudging, while rational thought again is more linear. It's analytical, logical, and deliberate. The fifth thing that you will experience as you shift to the fifth dimension is the feeling of oneness and unity. And this is a feeling of oneness and unity with all of creation. You don't see yourself as separate from the world, but interconnected with everything. This spreads from a higher understanding, but once again, this stems from an intuitive feeling of connectedness. It is not something you can decide with your rational mind. Really just go with the flow, and your spirit will guide you. As your awareness expands, you might start to perceive time and space differently. You might feel the sense of timelessness, of eternity, and also your perception of space becomes more fluid and expansive. That is why some of you might say, I'm feeling weird, I'm feeling out of place. It's all natural, actually, during this process. In the seventh place, what you will experience are feelings of deep peace, bliss, serenity. These arise from the sense of alignment with your higher mind, with your higher self, with the universe. And as this happens, the attachment to the egoic desires are released, and you start to surrender to the present moment. It is an acceptance of what is, but also an appreciation for it. The eighth thing that you will experience, you will accept contradictions that is inherent in existence and paradoxes. With this higher level of awareness, you become comfortable holding these truths simultaneously, and you will find beauty in the harmony of these opposites. In the ninth place, as you ascend to higher levels of awareness, you will start to find that your beliefs shift, because we know beliefs are just things we repeat to ourselves. Your values might shift. Your identity also will change, because you will find that you are not attached to your identity. You realize, you recognize you are not the identity that you use to navigate in the 3D world. With this journey to higher levels of awareness, you will transcend the limited self, the ego. That is why you will find that you start to identify with your spirit. As your consciousness expands, you will surely experience this profound sense of freedom, of liberation. So it would be great if you want to put in the comments how you experience this period. Is this how you are perceiving things? Have you noticed some of these things being true for you? That might help some other people who are going through the same process. It can be encouraging if we have this feeling of also connecting to each other while we are going through all these changes. I trust you found value in the video, so please like, subscribe, and I'll put a link in the description if you want to book a session with me. I'm sending you my infinite love till I speak to you in the next video. Goodbye.